A I. Sunlight, sunshine. AI Villa. Villas. Villa number 1, villa number 2. And family graves. Now, I grew up with these graves. These 4 were always in bad shape. Always run down, beat up, look very old. That one was okay. This is this passed away 1967. And all these were way before that. So this is my mother's sister, right? Who is the mother of my cousin that lives right there. And so she died giving birth. All right, so everyone knows who's buried here. But as far as these go, there's different stories. You know, you can only tell a story because there's nothing written on here. So the only way to find out who's here is like to ask someone and they tell you a story, and there's a multiple different stories. But one thing I have figured out is that it's way back to the 1800s is where, let's say, the first grave. I don't know, but I can at least, in the cave, there are inscriptions in the cave from the 1800s, right? And I think I did see one with a family name. So, but here's the thing though, right? So these were all falling apart, beat up. That one was okay. This one got a hole in it from a coconut, fell and bust a hole in it. And when you look, you could see like a black, it's just deep and black, you know, like, okay. So I asked a cousin to line them up with concrete and make them look nice, and he did. So after they looked nice, then I asked the painter to paint them, and then I told the painter to paint this one green because this one is me, and green represents the farmer. And I said, all the rest of them, just use whatever paint you find that's laying around, that extra paint. But I specifically said this one green, do whatever with those. So he painted them. And I came and I looked at them, and I'm standing here with him, and I said, well, man, they look kind of nice. You know, so there's a story flow, right? So I said, okay, green represents the farmer. And I made this up just by looking at them, right, after he painted them. So he painted them. We came down here. We were looking at his wonderful painting job. And then I started talking. And I said, this is green. This is me. This is the politician. The brown stands for the politician, the academic, the scientist. You know, the politician, the academic, the book people. They read books and disseminate information. The military, because that's gray, right? And purple and pink, which is the mother and child. And I said, well, of course, you need the military to protect the mother and child, and you need the academic to raise the money for the military, and you need the farmer for the food. And this one, because we know who's buried there, is the overseer, right? Is the overseer. And the overseer uses these as avatars. So it's like saying that's the game node. You know, you come in, and that's the node where you play the game, and these are your avatars to play with. And that's the story that I came up with just by looking at the colors and just speaking. And it's not me though, right? It's the eye, right? So that's the story. There goes that. Yeah, man. So what may I do now? What was I doing now? Oh yeah, so over here now, me I plant yellow yam. Nice, because this is the red dirt clay. Very red dirt. Not the yam them come out of here nice. So I'm planting yellow yam right by the grave. So I'm saying, like, you know, eating this must mean something. All right? Yeah, man. I look at this like the story is so good that it serves as a battery because it feels good. You see what I'm saying? So from feeling good about a story like that, it serves as a battery. They are here. You know, they are here. They're providing spiritual inspiration by having such an amazing story attached to them. You see what I'm saying? And then the yellow yam, baby, you know what I'm saying? Right there at the foot. Yo, man, I'm just a tool though, right?